Doesn't matter if you play a right-footed player on the right side of attack. Doesn't matter if he's left-footed. And doesn't matter how weak their weakest foot is. It's time to find out. Hey everyone, I'm Andrew. Welcome to the Gibbs Show. This is my channel. We do Wonder Kids, we do tactics, we do the FC Andorra save, and we also do things like this little test to try and work out what things matter and what things don't. This has been a discussion between me, Mats, and Tom. I'll call them my backroom staff. We have a little WhatsApp group, we chat all the time. Like Mats loves players with either foot. He thinks they are best of the best. Tom is very much up front. If you're a right-footed striker, you play on the right. Left-footed, you play on the left. And I'm like, I was kind of in the middle of, I don't really care. Like, if you're playing on the right with your right foot, yep, you're going to break down the right, easier to shoot. But then if you're coming off the flank a bit into your left foot, coming across the goalkeeper, maybe that works as well. So I wanted to do some tests to try and work out, does it matter? The results are very interesting. So test number one we did with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He is a right-footed, he's an advanced forward, he's got all the attributes you want. When we go to his feet, he's perfect. Very strong right foot, weak left foot. We're using the Let's Go Trekking Together, which Tom created. It's very much sit around getting goals out your advanced forward. So I thought I'm going to run 5 seasons with Calvert-Lewin on the right side of the attack on his right foot, because we need to see what he does on his favoured side first before we do the weak side. In terms of the player himself, no side preference. So he doesn't care. So we did 5 seasons. Results were really good. Like 23 goals, 17, 16, 34 goals, 24. And I'm hoping by the end of this I'll have a little fancy graphic to show you the goals on each side. But Calvert-Lewin on the right side of the attack with his right foot scored on average 22.8 goals a season. Then I ran it through with DCL. Same tactic, but he's on the left of the attack as the advanced forward. So he'll be cutting in on his right foot and scoring that side, hopefully. 5 seasons in, 20 league goals, 21, 29, 21, 19. He averaged 22 goals. So 22 versus 22.8. 0.8 is minimal. Like over a season, it's nothing. And if I remember correctly, Everton somehow won the Champions League with Dominic Calvert-Lewin playing on the left of the attack. And he scored in the final. Little Brucey bonus points there for him. We've got a right foot player scoring goals on the left and the right of the same formation. But that is not enough to prove a test. So the plan was then, let's find someone with a really strong left foot and a weak right foot. And we landed on Kelechi Iheanacho, playing for Leicester. Again, very, very good player. Very strong left foot, weak right foot. So we plugged in the same tactic and we've ran the first 5 seasons. Iheanacho playing on the left. 17, 20, 17, 20, 21. Like, really good numbers from a team like Leicester, like scoring goals on his left foot. Brilliant. How would he do playing on the right side with his left foot? So we ran the 5 seasons again, 12, 12, 12, 6, 22. And up until that point, it's definitely not as good. Then he scored 33 goals in a season with Leicester on the right side with his left foot. And you're like, huh. So on the left side, he averaged 19 goals a season. But with the most goals in a season being 21. On the right side, he averaged 12.8, but he did score 22 goals in one season. As you can see there, the last season with Leicester. So at this point, I was like, yeah, maybe he's leaning towards it does matter, but there was one more test to do. What if you take the weak foot down to 1? So you make them that they're basically, if you're right-footed, your left foot's for standing. If you're left-footed, your right foot's for standing. And I ran 2 more simulations. So you'll see here in the editor, left foot 20, right foot 1. We ran the 5 seasons playing on the right, so he's probably never going to take a shot when he's running into goal on his right foot. And if he does, it's going to be really, really bad. And he did fairly well. Like, one season he scored 27 goals, 31 overall, 23, 23, 20, 22. Like, it didn't affect him playing on the right side without having a right foot to shoot on. More than capable, really, really well. Same again, ran it with Calvert-Lewin, playing on the left side of the attack with 1 left foot. And you'll see he did pretty well. 40 goals that season, 44, 37, 31, 28. If anything, they've actually done better when they don't have a weak foot to kind of maybe try some shots. I think they had 8. 8 was their weak foot. You go down one, they're not going to try to shoot on it. It's actually more focused. The only thing it's missing from Football Manager is in the stats where it will tell you. You can go on Premier League, we can get like shots on target, shots off target, goals. I want to know what foot they've hit it with. That would be the only thing that make this test like definitive. Like if he scored 15 goals with weak foot 1, we can be like, it doesn't matter. But it's shown here that playing on the right side where you're hoping that Iheanacho would maybe want to score with his weaker foot, it hasn't affected him. It hasn't affected Calvert-Lewin. He still scored a ridiculous amount of goals. 44 goals in 48 games is ridiculous. So to me, this maybe not proves like conclusively, but it says to me, if you've got a tactic where your AF is better on the right, to me it doesn't matter if he's left-footed or right foot. If his weak foot's 1, his weak foot's 15 or 10. It doesn't matter. They will score goals. It's actually probably better if they've got one really strong foot and one weak foot, because it's going to be more concentrated that he's shooting with that foot. Now, the only way to do this is to go through and be able to like see every goal and then mark down left or right foot. I don't have time for that. I don't have a team of editors and simmers like some of the bigger guys do. It's just me running these sims. There we go. I hope you found this interesting. There'll hopefully be at some point there'll be a fancy graphic up telling you how many goals they scored and what foot. Hopefully. If not, trust me, they did just as well when they were on their weaker side, and they did just, if not better, when the weak foot was down to 1. So find the striker you want. Don't worry about what foot he is. Sign him and get him in your tactic. If you know the tactic works, it doesn't matter what foot they are. I hope this has helped some way. It's been interesting. I don't think I've managed to convince Tom or Matt either way, but it's convinced me that it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that's what matters most. Guys, please drop a like on the video if you enjoy it. Let me know, is it something you've thought about? Do you care what foot your striker is or what side you're playing him on? Let me know in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, from me, Andrew, bye for now.